It's always greener on the other side, huh, Bonnie? Normally, we pride ourselves on the fact that we're able to make our projects usually look pretty nice, and it doesn't usually cost us much. Today is not one of those days. And the blueberry plant, I'm gonna dig up and see if I can bring it back to life. These are just things that I do in my garden. They're like little humidity domes, and plus they look really nice. Bird or mouse in the Greenstalk?
Yep.
That means they live under the soil. All right, see you later. Hello, it's Crystal. I am here with Steve.
Okay.
And Lila. Hi. And the kids are out doing kid things. It's nice outside today, and I'm exhausted because I didn't get any sleep last night. But I figured I'd do a super sprint in the garden, getting just a little bit of progress done. We are forecasted to be around frost temperatures this evening, I heard on the news. So I'm just going to put some sort of cover over the seeds that I've put in the ground just to make sure that they stay okay. I have these like takeout container lids. Hi.
I'm going without some weeds.
You're pulling out the weeds? Jacob, do you want to tell us about your garden?
I have some bees and I don't know where it's. I don't know where it's
No carrots yet?
Nope.
What about Miranda's garden?
So I have one there, and these three are doing really well, it looks like. And then I have a tiny little carrot, like somewhere right there.
Good job.
That's so funny.
So the super sprint garden progress I want to make today is getting the Greenstalk moved away from the greenhouse so it's in a better location that it's easier for me to get to. And I'm going to mostly use it for herbs and put the cloches on some of the plants. And then we're going to go do something over by blueberries that are dying. I think we're gonna put the Greenstalk here. I just have to move these planters. It's flat here. It's not being crowded out by the greenhouse behind it, and it'll give it more space. Plus it's closer to the house, so I'll use it more. We moved the containers over. I need to figure out where I'm gonna be putting that, but I just raked out all of the bark that was on the ground here, and it looks pretty flat, so I don't think we'll need to do anything.
Bird or mouse?
Bird or mouse?
Yep.
In the Greenstalk?
Yep.
Great. That's what happened last year. What is so attractive? That means they live under the soil. All right, see you later. That's what happened last year, and they jumped out at me. So I just had an experience, and of course the camera wasn't on. If you see this little bundle here, I don't know. I figured, hey, I have gloves on. I'll just move it. I already thought to myself, God, that looks like a mouse's nest. But I had birds continuously making birds' nests in the Greenstalk last year, so I just assumed it was a bird's nest. When I went to lift it up, I thought to myself, Crystal, you should move because guess which way they're gonna run if there's something in there. With that, as soon as I touched it, a mother mouse with 3 mice attached to her ran out of there. I screamed, and then they scattered. The mother mouse is in there somewhere with one of the babies. I am not thrilled with that outcome.
I'll karate chop them if they come running out.
How's it look?
Fine. They're heavy.
Yeah, they are really heavy.
Is there supposed to be holes in this thing?
Yeah.
I think what helps this time is that it's actually filled to where it's supposed to. That one might have something underneath it.
Yep.
All right.
Yuck. Good luck. See you later. I'm out of here.
They're gone.
That's what you think. Should we empty some of them out?
No.
That's the Lazy Susan that we bought last year for it. It made a huge difference. We just used the wood that we had underneath it, keeping it level again. So every single one of the holes needs to line up with a cell.
Are they actually holes?
Yeah, there's a hole there and it's supposed to line up with each one. And I saw this morning that there was some elephant tail growing from last year. Each one of those needs to clip on underneath. Thank you, Steve. We just used the level on my phone and that's pretty level. It's good enough. Sometimes it's just good enough. So I have these takeout containers. I'm using the bottom parts of these as trays, but I'm going to use these just to cover up the seeds and act as like a little humidity dome. I'm gonna just do that classy thing all the way on all of them.
All you gotta do is keep the coldness from.
This is the crookneck summer squash from the Dollar Tree. I'm just gonna put this on top. I also have like the sandwich containers that the deli meat comes in from the store. Those would work really good too. Might have to go get some of those. Yeah, so I have some of these. Just anything to prevent frost from getting on top of the seeds. Now, I don't know if it's necessary to do something like this. I just know that these are not frost hardy varieties, and a lot of things say you should wait until after when the season warms up to direct sow them. I've just done this and covered them if there is going to be threat of frost, and my seeds sprout usually. Might be unnecessary, but it works for us because we have 2 nights coming up of like around 36 degrees. See, they're already getting humidity underneath. They're like little humidity domes, and plus they look really nice. I believe those are the lids to take out containers from Olive Garden, so it's even fancier. We are done with the garden stuff for now. Those cloches are, it's just for a couple of nights, and I wanted to get them on there while the sun was out so it would get nice and warm under there. It will just keep the soil where the seeds are from getting too cold. These are just things that I do in my garden. But now we are going over here to start and finish another small project. A couple of years ago, I found blueberry plants on clearance in fall time for $1 a piece at Lowe's, and they did really well. It was a warm fall. I transplanted them out here. We put this fencing around it just to prevent critters from being able to get to the blueberry plants. However, we had a really bad drought last year, and there really isn't water up here for us to just easily water the plants. So it looks like 3 of them died. As far as this fencing goes, the goats have this area that we fenced off last year. It used to be one big turnout for them. We fenced it off and we planted winter rye seed out there. We didn't really want to spend the extra money on more fencing because it is super expensive. We're gonna take this down and move it over by the goats, and then the blueberry plant I'm gonna dig up. I'm gonna put it in a pot with some good soil and see if I can bring it back to life. And if I'm able to do that, then I'll transplant it somewhere else on our property, either in the fall time or next spring. What we're thinking of putting over here is possibly more apple trees to line our driveway. We'll take all of this down, and then we'll probably be able to get in like maybe 3 more apple trees. Yeah, these do not look good. I don't see any life on these plants. Oh, this one might. This one does.
Oh, that's good.
We're gonna dig up this one here, and this one's got some growth down here. That's how it looks. I got the shovel right underneath it and just popped it up out of the ground. We're gonna try and save it. Here's the other one. This is growing out one of the sides of the old landscape fabric underneath there. It looks like blueberries. So here's the blueberry plants. I have some sort of new growth that I ripped up over there. I'm gonna cut these off right at the node and put them in water in a window in my house and see if I can get them to root. I don't know if it will work. We'll see. When I was cleaning out around the greenhouse, I was emptying containers. So this soil's from that. Put some soil in the bottom. Operation bring blueberry plants back, blah 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 blah.
Black to life.
Operation bring blueberry plants back to life. We went to a local nursery this morning and saw how expensive blueberry plants are. They're quite pricey. I'm not going to bother cutting off the dead stuff yet. And even though the soil is not dry or anything, it's super wet, I'm going to water it in anyway. So I've got the blueberry plants inside the greenhouse here. Close them in if it still works. Doesn't seem to be working very good. There it goes. Yay! We'll see how they do. If they don't make it, you know, at least we tried. Over to the goats. Here we go. Yeah. Here we go.
So,
normally we pride ourselves on the fact that we're able to make our projects usually look pretty nice, and it doesn't usually cost us much. Today is not one of those days. Everything we're doing costs us nothing, and it looks like it cost us nothing. Between the sandwich container garden cloches and this lovely fencing here not even matching up, Better Homes and Garden is not going to be knocking on our door anytime soon. Just zip tying up this fencing here, and we're going to go down. Yeah, that's all Winter Rye that we threw out here. Way to go, Homer.
Well, that makes me happy.
Me too.
It's just so much we don't know what to do.
We used some of these U-posts from where the blueberries were just to secure the fencing a little bit, because they like to rub an itch up against it, and just to stabilize it. And then we rolled it around to the other side. It's always greener on the other side, huh, Bonnie? At nighttime, we'll just move them back into this area here where it's safer for them, because we do have a lot of predators around here. So these are looking pretty good. Nice and humid in there. All right, so I just did something really fun. I was putting dirt on the top of my beautiful cloches here, just to keep them from blowing away if it gets windy. And right, see how it does that? Like you're playing trouble and you're rolling the dice. Well, the dirt flung up right at my eyeballs. But I've just put dirt and mulch around the base of them. So I'm gonna head inside. I have to rinse my eyeball out. That'll do it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you next time. Bye.